When you're trying to produce a video, it's only as good as its weakest link. You could have the best story and the best cinematography and great audio, but if you put a cheesy song in your video or a song that just doesn't really fit, it can absolutely destroy the entire film. We got reached out to by Artlist to sponsor this video. They wanted me to talk about how I go about choosing the music for each of the different videos that we create. And so that's what we're going to do in this video. 8 or 10 years ago, when my wedding photography business was going really well, I started to realize how important marketing was. And I paid to have this video interview done of me that would be the first thing that people see when they go to my website. And of course, I knew that I wanted a really high quality song to be in that video because that's going to set the mood. That's going to be the first thing that these potential brides see. I want them to watch this video, click into my website and go, I don't care how much this guy costs, I'm hiring Lee Morris to be my wedding photographer. So I wanted this one Coldplay song to be in this video. And after days of research and trying to figure out how to do this, I finally get the phone number of one of the guys in charge of Coldplay's library. It sounds crazy, but I call this guy on his cell phone. And I say, hi, my name's Lee Morris. I'm looking to license this song by Coldplay. He's like, okay, what's it for? You know, expecting me to say the next Hollywood movie or it's gonna be a Microsoft commercial. And I go, it's for my personal wedding photography website. I just wanna play it before people go into my website. And he goes, okay, what's your budget? And I said, you know, maybe $1,000 or whatever. And he says, Lee, each time I license one of Coldplay's songs, I have to go to each band member personally for their approval. And so I don't bother them for less than a $50,000 license. I remember being really frustrated by this because I felt like I had saved a lot of money and I wanted to do this the right way. Every other wedding photographer was just using music illegally. I didn't want to do that. And I couldn't. They wouldn't even let me. He wouldn't even consider talking to me for $1,000. So I was forced to use some cheesy royalty-free song, and it always bummed me out. But over the next decade, things changed. Today, you can get music that sounds just as good as anything you'd see on a TV commercial or a radio station or a movie, and you can buy it for just a few bucks. So I wanted to quickly talk about how I go about choosing the music that I do for each one of the videos that we produce. For the most part, I split our work into two different realms. One is YouTube, and for that, it's usually entertainment and humor. That's usually what I'm going for on YouTube. And then when we have client work or we have tutorials that we're creating, we're looking for a much more serious vibe. Now, I don't always get it right. A couple weeks ago, I released a video on calibrating your monitor, and I told this story that was very true about how I destroyed one of my computers by trying to calibrate it and made all the colors look horrific, and it was a huge nightmare to fix. And so in this video, I was going to be recalibrating a new computer, and so I used this epic music, and it was supposed to be a joke. And a lot of people didn't get the joke. They were like, what's up with this music? It's not epic at all to calibrate your monitor. And I'm like, yeah, that's the whole point. Obviously not everyone got it. But of course there are other times where music really does work when it comes to humor. And we were working with Elia Licardi to film Photographing the World, and we all went skydiving and Elia was too scared to go. So with that clip in particular, you can tell I'm not going for ultra high quality music. I'm going for music that's totally going to set a vibe, make this as much of a joke as I possibly can. But sometimes using really high quality music, especially like orchestra music that's super epic, in scenes that aren't epic or, you know, just everything's going wrong, I think that can be some of the funniest stuff.
And behind me I have this onslaught of rain that I know is gonna come in. So I'm trying to get the shot as quick as possible before that window closes and I get soaked. All right, let's do it, all right? Holy shit.
sometimes I may not even want music. Sometimes a sound effect is all I need. And so we just released the final episode of the Ritz Camera Chronicles, where I tell this insane story about how I was fired from Ritz Camera. I don't have music throughout that entire thing, but at the crescendo of the entire story, I just have this one sound effect of these violins getting louder and louder and louder, kind of like it's a horror movie or super suspenseful. Ann comes to me and goes, Lee, I just have one question. How do you think David Riley hacked your computer? Now, when we're creating videos to actually sell a product, that's when things get a little bit more serious. I'm not trying to be funny, maybe entertaining, yes, but I don't want to be funny anymore. And I need the music to sound super high quality. You guys know when music sounds cheesy. You guys know when there's just something wrong. There's not enough bass, or the instruments don't sound real. It sounds like a Casio keyboard. It doesn't sound like a real electric guitar. If you put one of those songs in a promo video or a video that a client is paid for, it can just kill the entire mood of the video. When we were working on the promo videos for the Photographing the World series with Alaya, we went for more of an epic orchestra feel. And I feel like that worked with the mood of the tutorial. You want those epic landscapes and the drone footage and the waterfalls and everything. And if you had electric guitar for that, it doesn't really fit. When we filmed the promo for Peter Hurley's Perfecting the Headshot, you know, Peter Hurley's this loud, obnoxious photographer. He's yelling at his clients and everything. And so for that, I really felt like electric guitar, that was the vibe for Peter.
You take pictures for them to be seen, don't you? We want to look at it. I want to show it to others. I want the person I shot to look at it. I want all their friends to look at it. I want it to secure attention. In order to do that, your picture has to have something special. For me, it's based on expression.
Now, when we worked on Mike Kelly's tutorials, where art meets architecture, he's not yelling at his clients or anything. We're not shooting on top of a waterfall. So for Mike, it felt like we needed to be a little bit more emotional, a little bit more inspirational.
But you also really need to have the technical chops to make the photo match your vision.
Now, for the last few years, we've been using a competitor to Artlist to buy all of our music, and each song is really affordable at $50 to $70 a song, but we've purchased so many songs that I think we've probably spent in between $5,000 and $10,000 over the last few years in music. Now, Artlist just reached out to me and they showed me their catalog, which is absolutely amazing. It's $200 a year for all the music you want. So you might be wondering what comes first, the idea or the song? And I have to say, I work both ways a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm editing a video and I'll say, okay, we need some sort of emotional song that goes right here, or we need some sort of high energy song that goes right here, and I'll go find that song and put it in place. But sometimes I have so much footage and I just don't even know where to begin, and I will start with the music. So I'll go to a website like Artlist and I'll just start listening to music. And the cool thing about it is you can listen to the music based on how popular it is. So every single song on the top of the website is incredible. It's like the highest quality of music. You're not gonna have to wade through thousands of super cheesy songs to find that one good one. And so while I'm going through hundreds of songs, I can usually get through them so fast, and I can just click on the middle of the song and I'm listening, click on the middle of the next song, no, and I'm moving, and then I'll click on the middle of a song and I'll go, this isn't what I was thinking of at all. This isn't the vibe that I expected, but this is really cool. This has a really interesting vibe. I can remember we did this one video for Golf Photo Plus in Dubai. And that was a video that I completely edited around a song just because I love the song so much. Normally when you think photo expo, you think high energy, fun, rock music. But this song was so elegant and it seemed artistic, and it just created this vibe that I absolutely loved. Sometimes editing a video from scratch can be the most daunting feeling, and I'll keep procrastinating just because I don't even know where to begin, and so much work. But once you can get moving, once you get rolling and you can imagine what the final product will be, that's when editing becomes fun. So whenever I get stuck and I don't know what to do, that's when I rely on music to inspire me. I hope that you guys realize how lucky we are, that we all own 4K cameras now, and that we can buy incredible high quality music for just a few bucks. Just a few years ago, that wasn't possible at all. You had to have some TV deal and you had to spend millions of dollars to produce something. We're all basically TV producers now, but instead of costing millions of dollars to produce an episode, we can film it on our phone, we can add a song to it and put it up on YouTube in seconds. Don't cheapen your work though with cheap music. It's not worth it, especially when incredibly high quality music only costs a few bucks. Now, if you're only creating a couple of videos a year, go out, find one of the million websites that sells royalty-free music, spend a few bucks, you're gonna be really happy with that. But if you're like us, maybe you have a YouTube channel, you're trying to create consistent content all the time, definitely check out Artlist. I can't believe we haven't been using them this far. We would have saved thousands of dollars for 200 bucks a year, all the music you want. You can't beat it. And if you use the link in the description, you'll get an additional 2 months for free. One other thing I want to mention is that if you're watching this, you're probably a videographer, a filmmaker of some kind. You might have incredible stock footage that you want to sell, or you might be in need of stock footage. Check out their sister site, artgrid.io. You can either upload your 4K content and sell it online, or if you're like us, you may need some B-roll occasionally to purchase. Head over there for a low monthly fee. Once again, you get unlimited access to their entire library. It's an awesome deal.